I had never been a fan of office parties, especially the ones hosted by my wife's boss. They always carried the same forced cheer, hollow smiles, meaningless chatter, and far too much alcohol. Still, against my better judgment, I went along this time, for her sake. Sophia said it was important, a chance to make connections, and that her boss appreciated when employees brought their spouses. So I suited up, climbed into the car, and accompanied her. We arrived later than most. The grand house was already alive with laughter and conversation, echoing through the polished halls. A soft jazz tune floated in the background, while waiters moved among the guests with trays of drinks and hors d'oeuvres. Almost immediately, Sophia spotted a cluster of her colleagues and slipped into the crowd, her smile radiant in a way I seldom saw at home. That left me stranded near the buffet, gripping a glass of wine, trying not to seem out of place. A few polite nods came my way, but nobody lingered. I wasn't part of this world. Not really. Across the room, I caught sight of Sophia laughing at something her boss, Mr. Langford, had said. She looked comfortable, alive, completely absorbed in her circle. Meanwhile, I checked my phone every few minutes, silently debating when it would be acceptable to leave. After about an hour, I decided I'd had enough. I sent a brief message to Sophia, saying I'd grab a cab and wait outside. No response. With a shrug, I slipped the phone into my pocket and made my way toward the exit. Then I heard it. My name. The sound froze me. It came from a slightly ajar door along the hallway. I wasn't one to eavesdrop, but something drew me closer. I edged toward the gap and peered through. There were Sophia and Mr. Langford, deep in conversation, oblivious to me. My chest tightened as her words floated out. He has no idea. I could lie to him all day, and he'd never catch on. It's almost too easy, she said, laughing softly. Langford smirked, leaning closer. You really are good at this. He suspects nothing at all. Not a thing, Sophia replied smoothly, sipping her drink. He thinks I'm just tired or stressed from work. Honestly, he's clueless. Blood drained from my face. My pulse roared in my ears, so loudly I feared they could hear from across the room. Then Langford's voice dropped, lower, more intimate. And us? When will we stop sneaking around? Sophia's lips curved into a sly smile. Soon. I just need to figure out the right way to end it. If I'm not careful, he'll get emotional, suspicious. He wouldn't take it well if he knew the truth. I staggered back a step, every muscle rigid. My own wife, my wife, plotting with another man, mocking me, already planning how to discard me. Part of me wanted to storm in and unleash everything I felt. But I didn't. Not yet. I forced myself to breathe steadily, turned quietly, and walked back the way I'd come. By the time I returned to the main hall, I had managed a neutral expression, as if nothing had happened. I stood there a moment, forcing calm, pretending I'd simply gotten lost. Later, when Sophia rejoined me, asking where I'd been, I even smiled. Just getting some fresh air. I lied. She didn't flinch, didn't betray a hint. She was good at this game. The rest of the evening, I watched differently. Every glance, every subtle touch between her and Langford now leapt out at me. Details I would once have overlooked became glaring signs. Back home, she slipped seamlessly into conversation, joking about coworkers, pointing out the boring ones. She was perfectly at ease. I nodded, playing along, pretending I hadn't just heard her betrayal spoken aloud hours before. That night, I didn't sleep. I lay staring at the ceiling, questions twisting in my mind. How much of our marriage had been real? Did she ever love me, or was I just a safe, stable choice until something more exciting came along? By morning, I knew what I had to do. Confrontation without proof would let her deny, twist, or manipulate. So I started collecting evidence quietly, methodically. I combed through messages, checked emails, tracked calls. Within a week, I had enough. Photographs of them leaving hotels, timestamps of late-night calls, even voice recordings. Enough not only to end our marriage, but to expose them if I chose. When the moment came, I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I didn't let anger control me. I acted with calm precision. Called a lawyer, filed for divorce, froze our joint accounts, changed the locks. Then I waited. When she came home to find the papers on the table, her face was confusion itself. "What's this?" she asked. "You tell me," I said evenly, sliding a small USB drive toward her. "Why don't you see what's on here?" Her hands shook as she plugged it in, eyes widening with each passing second. Color drained from her face. She opened her mouth, searching for words, but I cut her off. "I heard everything that night. You were already planning to end it. Let me make it easier for you." Tears spilled, apologies, desperation. She called a mistake, insisted she still loved me, said none of it meant anything. But the words were hollow. Trust was gone, and with it, my love for her. I turned away, walked out from the lies from her, from the life I thought we had built together. I didn't look back.